Good morning and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 minutes. This is where we're going to be doing 5-minute exercises. We're going to do one for the mind, we're going to do one for the body, and one for the soul. And the purpose of this is to help you to transform your life by taking little small steps to work on all three parts of your whole. And for the mind portion, we're going to be reading out of my book. So I wrote a book called Your Body, the Perfect House. And this is an analogy based upon the 5 areas of your life. You have your physical, your emotional, your financial, your spiritual, and then also your relationships. And in this book, what I'm doing is I'm using the rooms of a house to show you how to clean up the house, which of course is an analogy of how to clean up the 5 areas in your life. So you're going to find that in my book, the living room is going to be indicative of your financial area. And the kitchen is indicative of your physical area. And then there's two bathrooms, and that's going to be your left brain and your right brain for the emotional. And then there's also 2 bedrooms, and that's for your relationships, your relationship with yourself and your spouse, and then also your relationship with others. And then finally, we have the office, which is for your spirituality. So how this came about was growing up, I've always pretty much thought like if my house was clean, I felt that my life was in order. And if my house was a disaster, well, guess what? My life felt like it was a disaster. So I've always tried to keep my house clean. So that's where the book comes from, the premise of the book. And then for the body portion, we're going to actually be doing a 5-minute yoga routine. And for the soul, we're going to be doing a 5-minute guided meditation where I'm basically just going to kind of guide you through a relaxation, a progressive relaxation, starting from your toes and then moving all the way up. Hi, my name is McAdams. I am an author. I'm also a college professor. I teach accounting, and I'm also a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. And so I'm happy to be with you this morning, and welcome to all of you that are taking the time to listen to this broadcast. I really do appreciate you, and let's get started by transforming our life. Okay, so in the book today, we've already gone through chapter 1. So chapter 1, just kind of recap, there was an introduction, but then chapter 1 was talking about the neighborhood. And the neighborhood is, again, remember, this is an analogy of a house. So I took my time describing how you get to the house. And the premise of that was just think about something that really changed your life, something that was really effective and something that you thought about. Maybe it's a person that really changed your life. You're familiar with everything that surrounds that circumstance of where you met that particular person. So I took the detail in describing how you get to the house and then how it stands out. And then once we got to where the house was, I talked about the neighborhood and what surrounds the house. Well, that was indicative of who you're surrounding yourself with, because again, when it comes to reaching your goals, because that's the purpose, right? And when we're transforming our life, we're transforming our life so that we can be better, so that then we can reach our goals and achieve the success that we want. And so who you surround yourself with is very, very important. I've talked about this before in the when I did the 30-day challenge when we were reading in another book, but it's a very important concept, because if you think about it, the 5 people that you mainly hang around with, you're a combination of all 5 of those people. Okay, so in other words, take inventory of who you're hanging around with. Are you happy with where they are in life? Are you happy with where you are in life? Well, if you are, then obviously there's no changes that needs to be made. But if you aren't happy and you want something more, you got to start off with your surroundings. Because I gave the analogy of, let's say that you're trying to lose weight, but you're hanging around people that are constantly eating out and they don't do things that are healthy, but you really want to be healthy. And then you can imagine if all of a sudden you start changing the way you eat. Let's say you go out to eat and all of a sudden you start ordering salads. They're going to be like, what are you doing? Why are you ordering salad? They're going to try to make you feel bad and bring you back on board to how you normally were. Well, if you're trying to affect change in your life, you have to do something different. And that involves making different and difficult choices. Okay, so the neighborhood in the book was, I gave you 5 questions to kind of ponder, to ask yourself and to ponder about, to see if maybe there's some changes that you need to make in your life. Now, today we're going to be going to chapter 2. And in chapter 2, we're going to be talking about the inside of the house. Okay. Now it says the outside of the house can look like a perfect house with, when I say inside, we're going on the outside of the house. Chapter 2 is the outside of the house. The outside of a house can look like a perfect house with a flawless exterior and structure that looks ideal. The same is true for a person that looks very well put together on the outside, but once you get on the inside, you find that they are normal people. We have all heard the phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. However, what might appear as beauty in the house or a person to one may not to others, especially looking from the outside. In other words, what is beautiful to some may not be to others. Confucius says, everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. A person might elude confidence and show kindness to others that makes her look perfect on the outside, but deep inside she may not be so beautiful. She might be selfish, proud, arrogant, and superficial. This type of artificial beauty will not last as the person ages and grows older. Eventually the signs of aging, like wrinkles and age spots, set in as looks change. The same is true for the outside of a house if it's not well maintained. If the work is not done to make improvements to become a better person from the outside, then like the person, the outside will fall apart and not look so beautiful. Just like time can change the appearance of the outside of a house, time will change a person's look physically. Inner beauty lasts forever. A superficial exterior will not. Even though it is possible to temporarily keep an exterior look through Botox or other surgical procedures, eventually the signs of aging will appear. Everyone is attracted to beauty and may want to associate ourselves with it. However, it is rare to find someone that possesses both beauty on the inside as well as the outside. Inner beauty comes naturally and is unpretentious. Beauty on the inside is expressed on the outside when a person smiles or speaks with kindness to others. In other words, the beauty on the inside makes up for any lack of external beauty. A beautiful soul on the inside of a person outshines anyone else that only has the outside attractiveness. Maintaining beauty on the inside is sustainable and is more important than superficial beauty on the outside. It is important to optimize our resources to create and maintain a long-lasting equilibrium physically, spiritually, and emotionally. It is not just the physical or energy aspects of the house that needs to be taken into account. The importance of a home's influence on the emotional, psychological, and spiritual responses and effects of its inhabitants is vitally important, considering both individual and the family life. All of this must be understood and absolute. On the other side of the coin, the energy and mechanical needs that life in the house and the neighborhood implies have generally been predicted or expected. However, there is a tendency to give them technical solutions and automated answers. Even as new technology has made life more convenient and easier in some cases, it is impossible to do away with the personal attention needed to execute essential chores, especially where a person is irreplaceable. Creating a good design to respond to all these aspects and linking them together allows sustainability of the actual life to be lived in the perfect house. This involves matters relating to personal intimacy and facilitates family relations and life where the family is the basic compartment of society. Designing the perfect house for you is safe and unlikely to offend anyone in your neighborhood because the approach goes very deep inside the heart. The heart is linked to truth and goodness for your life and family to sustain the home. The energy consumed in living is not the only energy used to maintain a healthy temperature inside the house, but the psychological and spiritual resources are affected by the spiritual climate that is designed and maintained to provide a feeling of calmness and serenity that is reflected on the outside of the house. The reflection on the outside of the house make it possible to recover from the stress of work life as well as urban and social life that is dealt with on the outside of the home. All right, so tips for gaining equilibrium. So here are 4 questions to ask yourself. Who is your support system? Are you scheduling time each day for exercise? Do you spend time each day with your divine source? And is it time to pursue professional assistance? All right, so that concludes chapter 2, talking about the outside of the house. Okay. All right, moving right along, we're going to go on to the yoga portion. And with the yoga portion right now, remember, this is a practice, so I invite you to actually practice with me and join me in it. All right, so I want to hear from you. I want to hear your feedback and your questions or your comments, and because I know like it's harder. I'm actually on my iPad, so it's hard for me to like type, or a lot of times with the structure on this Facebook, a lot of times I don't really see your comments until like later on, and plus I don't have my glasses on, so if I don't have them on, I really don't see them. So, but then do connect with me either on the feed or actually offline goes as well. All right, so we're going to move on to the yoga portion. Let me straighten this so you can actually see. Now, for the yoga, we're going to be starting off in the child's pose. And with the child's pose, we're going to be holding it for 3 deep breaths. And then immediately after the yoga, I'm going to come back and then I'm going to do a guided meditation. All right, so remember, join me. Come into child's pose, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. On your next inhale, come up, so that your palms are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hips. And as you exhale, I want you to draw your chin to your chest and round to the spine. And as you inhale, your head and chest comes forward. Arch your back, tailbone sticks out toward the back of the room. As you exhale, draw your chin up, round to the spine, and inhale. Head and chest comes forward, press your armpits down toward the mat. Exhale. And inhale. This time as you exhale, I want you to curl your toes under and take it to downward facing dog, where we're going to hold for 3 deep breaths. Now go ahead and pedal your legs, just doing what feels comfortable to you. Try to get those heels down to the floor, stretching the back of your legs. Come up on your toes. Roll down through the balls of your feet all the way down to your heels. Just kind of pedaling back and forth, using your breath, taking it nice and slow. Maybe sway your body back and forward. Remember, just do what feels comfortable to you. Now, on your next inhale, bring that left foot forward toward your fingertips. And take it up to a high lunge. Keep your head in line with your biceps. Your hips are facing forward as you press them down toward the mat. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to curl that right foot down so that your heel goes down. Bring the body forward. Take the arms out to the side, and we're to Virabhadrasana 2, which is also known as the Warrior 2. Now extending nice and long. We're staying here for 3 deep breaths. Just think about opening up your hips. Extending your arms nice and long from fingertips to fingertips. Press the shoulder blades down and back. As you inhale, take this back hand, slide it down your leg. Take the left arm all the way over. And as you exhale, bring that arm forward to just above your knee. Opposite arm goes straight ahead. And again, try to press your hips down toward the mat. Now, for your glaze, you can either look up, you can look forward, or you can look down, depending on your neck. And breathe. And on the next inhale, rotate your body, place your palms down, and take it back to downward facing dog. And continue pedaling your legs. Stretching out the back of the legs, lifting the kneecaps to engage those quadriceps, coming up on your toes. Remember, just take your time and do what feels good to you. On the next inhale, bring the opposite leg forward and take it up to the high lunge. Drop your hips down toward the mat. Again, head stays in line with your biceps, and you're looking up at an angle, or you can look forward, again, depending on if you have any type of neck issues. On the inhale, you're going to rotate the back leg back and extend the arms nice and long. Again, rotate those shoulders, press them down and back. Kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pressing the hips down toward the mat and make sure you're breathing. Again, 3 deep breaths. And then we're going to reverse the warrior. Extend nice and long. And as you exhale, bring the arm forward to just below the knee. Opposite arm goes ahead. And again, you can look down, you can look forward, or you can look up. Use your breath and press those shoulder blades down. On the next inhale, rotate the body and take it back to downward facing dog. Continue to pedal, but this time, as you're pedaling, go ahead and walk your feet in toward your hands. Keep your knees bent and press your palms down to the floor. And then slowly roll up, taking it one vertebrae at a time. Make sure that your head is the last to rise. And then rotate your shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to forward fold. Place the palms down, spread your legs out to a squatting position. And I want you to use your elbows to press out on the inner thighs. Bring those palms together. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, just kind of lower your head down. And make sure you're breathing. And then slowly release. And take it back. And down. And then come to a nice, comfortable, cross-legged seated position. Make sure that you're on your sits bones, not the fleshy part of your bottom. Take the arms up, nice deep breath, inhaling. Grip the palms together at the very top. Exhale down through the center. And namaste. All right, stay in this position. And get ready for your progressive relaxation. Ah, got my little thing here. Okay, come into that nice, comfortable seated position. Just kind of connect with where you are right now. Just think of how your body feels. Just kind of find your breath. Maybe close your eyes. And then just notice your body. Like notice what it feels like right now before we get to the progressive relaxation. Are there any tight areas in your body? Any parts of your body that's nice, that's stressed and tight? Okay? Just find it and breathe through it. Taking a nice deep breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose and then exhale. All right, on the next inhale, I want you to squeeze your feet to your toes. All right, so just make them nice and tight, ball them up, and just hold it. Feel all the tension in your feet. And then exhale, release it. Spread out your toes, wiggle your feet. Maybe rotate those ankles. Again, our feet are taxed. We tend to use those a lot, so it's very important to understand the feelings of tightness and looseness in your feet. Okay, stretch them out. Continue breathing. Now moving up to our legs, to our thighs. On the next inhale, I want you to squeeze those thighs together. Squeeze them real tight and notice the connectivity of the thighs and the legs and even your feet as you're squeezing nice and tight. Just hold it, and then release. Just kind of let your legs fall apart. And again, relax. Feel the relaxation in the muscles in the legs all the way down to your feet. Even in your hip sockets. Okay, just breathe. Breathe. Inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Now we're going to move up to the gluteals. So I want you to squeeze your butt muscles nice and tight. Really bring those sit bones in together. Like just concentrate and focus and squeeze it really, really tight and hold. And then now release. Feel the connectivity with your legs, your lower back as you release those muscles. Continue breathing. Working our way up, I want you to squeeze your abdomen nice and tight. Squeeze it all the way back. Press that belly button all the way to the spine, as tight as you can get it. And hold it, and release. Doesn't it feel good to let go of that tension, the stress? Just relax and breathe. Now with the soft fist, I want you to squeeze those arms all the way up. Really squeeze it nice and tight. You're going to feel a tightness in your chest and even across your shoulders. Squeeze it, and hold. And then release. Open up your fingers. Elongate your arms. Lengthen them out. Continue to breathe. Now working our way up to our shoulders, I want you to squeeze those shoulders nice and tight. Bring them up to your ears. It doesn't take that much. There's a lot of tension and stress already in those shoulder joints. But squeeze them really tight and hold. Just hold it. And then release. Feel all the tension and stress just melt away from your shoulders. And just notice how your neck feels elongated in the process. Continue breathing. And just feel the connectivity of your muscles in your whole body. Now go ahead and I want you to clench your jaws really, really tight. And feel the tightness all the way up through your jaws, to your cheeks, all the way up to your ears. Just hold it really, really tight. And then release. Again, relax the tension in your face and the lower portion of your jaws and your chin. And just relax. Now I want you to close your eyes are already closed, but I want you to squeeze them really, really tight and squinch in your nose. Like really make the muscles really, really tight in your face. And hold it. And then release. Doesn't that feel good? Just to release all the tension in your body. Give me a deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your mouth. Again, deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your mouth. One more time, give me a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. All right, we release, relax, and return refreshed and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. All right, so that concludes our meditation, and that also concludes today's Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. Your today's word is going to be confidence. I want you to lose confidence as you go about your day. I will see you on Monday. I will not be broadcasting live tomorrow. This month I will only be doing Monday through Saturday. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day. Have a confidence day, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.